Okay, let's look at two types of problems on your add and subtract lesson on IXL that's troubling you guys the most. Okay, now, it may not be these same exact problems, but it's these two types of problems that are throwing most students on the lesson. So let's just work through these. Okay, so we have 4.9 minus a negative 9.7. Okay, so when you add and subtract, okay, the most important, not the most important thing, but a really important thing to look for is a minus a negative. Okay, whenever you have a minus a negative, we're going to change that to plus a positive. Okay, so do that right off the bat. Look for that right away. And you know why we're at it? Let's just look at the second problem. Negative 6.9 minus a negative 8.1. Okay, there's a minus a negative. Make that plus a positive. Okay, now we just have a regular add or subtract problem. The first one, we have a 4.9 plus 9.7. Okay, that's what it became. So it's just a regular add problem. So we're going to take 4.9, add it to 9.7. Now remember, you got to keep those decimal points lined up. Okay, so we add the 9 and the 7. That gives us 16. Carry the 1. Okay, make sure that decimal point in your answer is right underneath the decimal points in the problem. Okay, so we carry the 1. 9 plus 1 plus 4. I'm going to group the 9 and the 1 to be 10. So 10 plus 4 is 14. Okay, so 4.9 plus 9.7 is 14.6. Okay, the other problem, negative 6.9 plus a positive 8.1 is what that turned into. Okay, after we got rid of the minus and negative. Okay, now this is the kind of problem where you have a different sign. Okay, we have a negative number added to a positive number. So whenever you have a negative and a positive added together, you subtract and keep the sign of the larger number. So we're going to subtract and keep the sign of the larger absolute value. I'm just going to put the larger number in parentheses. Okay, so we're going to take 8.1 minus 6.9. Okay, now you do have to borrow here. Borrow from the 8, make that an 11 minus 9, which is 2. Okay, we borrowed. We have to make that a 7. 7 minus 6 is 1. Okay, so we get 1.2. Okay, we kept our decimal points lined up. Okay, now we need to keep the sign of the bigger pile, the bigger number. Okay, 8.1 and 6.9. There's more 8.1. So the 8.1 is the positive. So the answer is a positive 1.2. Okay, let me know if that doesn't help. I'll keep helping you with this. But that's two of the types of problems that we're stumping more of you on IXL.